So my bank statements arrived today. So I asked Uncle Tony. So he actually, I sent him all of my bank statements and well, what I had. I've got heaps more in storage, and my tax returns and so forth. So I'm going back to 2002 because I had some criminals looking into my life, going, "Well, where does he get his money from?" So these people are criminals that police should have arrested. Police didn't arrest them, and that was the issue I have, is that this is ridiculous. So my assets and savings and so forth, it came from, okay, it's really simple. I was on $47,730 a year as a salary package at Star Casino. So when I was mugged and robbed on my way home from work in a Glasgow Coma Scale 13, my part salary payment was based from my salary package that the casino, supply. It was the casino who actually put on the part salary payment. All right. Now, back in my early 20s, around 2003, 2004, I bought an investment property. Now, when I sold that investment property, I sold that in 2008. Now, I didn't have to sell it. There was no reason to sell it, except I didn't want it hanging over my head anymore. It was too far away. So I didn't sell it because I needed the money. That's for sure. I sold it because I wanted to sell it because I was sick of having an investment property so far away in the area that I didn't want to go and visit. So it was 16 Scott Road in Tamworth. And I sold it and I made a good profit on it. Now, I had it rented out the entire time. And when I sold it for $189,000, had a good profit from it. That money sat in the bank. Like I said, I didn't have to sell it. So that's why I had a large savings account, but I also had fixed term deposits. So back working at Star Casino, I used to put money in different savings accounts. I had one savings account that was for my car, another savings account that was for another deposit on another house so I could buy another property, which I was looking at, which I did actually purchase, but I had to renege on the purchase because I was mugged, which was 52 Lantana Drive in Umina Beach, or Umina Heights, whatever it was, on the Central Coast. I purchased that in 2007, and then I got mugged and I had to renege on the purchase. So there was that, and I had another savings account, which was fixed term deposits, and I transferred back and forth from savings accounts. So I would go, say I had two different banks and I had two different savings accounts in different banks. And if I had to, so I wouldn't get charged interest, I'll just transfer from one bank and I used to go to my sister bank, meaning that's not my sister's account, meaning my sister bank. You know how you say vault account or sister, like, because they were matching accounts. So I had two banks, one with a everyday banking and one with a savings, another bank with an everyday banking and another with a savings. So I just go from my twin account or whatever to another account. So you can type whatever you want in the subject when you transfer money from one bank account to another. So I was just transferring money from one bank account to another so I wouldn't have to pay interest. That's all it was. But you can see my savings going into it. You can see my money going into it. You can see that I had fixed term deposits. You can see that I had my assets, belongings, savings, furniture, everything before I was mugged. Sell one car, that money goes towards buying another car. Plus I had my savings account for, my car stuff. So when I sold the Nissan Silvia in 2005, that was a collectible item. So the guy, the Macedonian guy who actually purchased it, he still got it, I think. He brought it as a collector. It was a collector's. It ended up being a show car. It was a sought after car. By the time I sold it, it was a sought out car. It was a Japanese import. And I had people fighting over it, offering me more money. So I had it advertised for sale, and I had one guy saying, I'll give you this much. And I had another guy saying, I'll give you this much. And I had this Maltese guy, no, I'll buy it now. I'll give you this much for it. I was like, oh, shit, okay, fine, take it. It was more than what I paid, But, because it ended up being a show car. It hit that sort of realm of being a show car. I sold it to buy the Alfa Romeo. Then, the Alfa Romeo, pay for the other Alfa Romeo, pay for BMW and so forth. So it wasn't anything from criminal behavior, but idiots started looking at what I had and thought it was criminal behavior, especially after I left Giovanni in April 2015 and I was dating some people, or not dating, sorry, because I've stayed single. I was having sex. I've got to stop using the word dating as a cover word for sex. I remained single when I left Giovanni Consalvo, and I was just having sex. But I didn't I'm not now modest. They were fuck buddy flings. So there was no, I would say, oh, we're having a sexual relationship. We'll try to keep it nice and polite. No, now I'll just be rude, because when I say things like that, you'll have the government idiot police going, oh yeah, we're in a relationship. I'm like, no, we weren't, but you said sexual relationship. I'm like, oh, fuck this. We were fucking. That's it. It was only sex. It was a fuck buddy. So now I'm just like, no, I'll be rude to you. I've been polite in the past. Now I'll be rude. I'll tell you exactly what it is. It was sex. It was me and a complete stranger for sex. Then after that guy, I brought my dog from Brett Aikenhead, and he caused all this trouble. He was just a sex fling. He was an affair. He was a sex affair. Which is ridiculous. Anyway, his friend, well, the guy said he was a friend of his. This Peter Fry approached me in 2016. So then I had all these criminals affiliated with these people harass me. And it's like, this is ridiculous. And I told my mother to help correct this information, to help me go with a solicitor to police and say, I'm getting harassed. Here's the facts. She wouldn't. You know why? And she did this as well in 2015 when Geo said bullshit to her. I said, oh, that's not true, Mum. Here's the copy of my frigging bank statement. He's just being a smartass because we're arguing at the moment because I've left him. And that's the truth. And then I'm like, can you help me? Several times I said, Carol, can you help me correct it? She goes, no, I'm not doing this unless you move here. So, no, I'm not going to. She's that much of a control freak narcissist. And that's the fucking truth. So unless I did what she said, she wasn't going to help correct those lies about me. She didn't care how much damage it caused my life, how much money it cost me, how it damaged my assets and belongings and everything I've worked hard for. And neither did her cunt sister, Marianne Mahowski, because I asked Marianne as well, and she said, nah. So get fucked. And then I find out that one of the troublemakers was Mum's niece, Christy Childs, and her mother, friggin' Robin Childs. And then you've got Mum's cousin, which is little Brian Keegan, who worked for the police force. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So I'm going to pay the damage for all your lies. And then what? Oh, you got information from social media? Oh, it's social media, you morons. Like, social media is real. So you know my social media account, but you don't know me personally? Get stuffed, you idiots. That I had a shitload in savings, and that's because I saved most of my wage. And I've got everything to back that up. Now, I want every cent back because I was labelled as a criminal, which is what's cost me all these damages for 9 years. Now, I want every asset back, every piece of furniture, that solid mahogany Edwardian cabinet, 1910, that was purchased in 2006 at Lawson's in Glebe, down near the roundabout. That's fucking expensive. It's worth a fortune. That, the wingback cigar chairs, the French cigar chairs that were purchased in Raffer and Keller in Booth Street, Leichhardt in 2005. They used to be a red material. I had them recovered to that fawny material. They were fucking expensive. They're about $1,200. I want them back, or equivalent. The Louis XIV style marble top commode that was purchased at Raffer and Keller in 2005 in Leichhardt in Booth Street there. That is expensive. It's 1880s. Okay. The music chair, every single asset, every single belonging, the pedestal lamps. Okay. Everything, every cent, every saving, every belonging. You're the one that lied about me and committed criminal defamation, and you're a fucking criminal doing it. You're a criminal lying about me because you looked at my life and thought that I came into having all this beautiful furniture, expensive assets and belongings and car and savings through some criminal behavior because you don't know me. But my family was asked to tell the truth and help me correct this before this gets out of hand. Well, 9 years is out of hand. I want my fucking money back. Every cent. And I will. And those criminals better go to jail. They better. And I can't believe my mother did that. And all this bullshit about, oh, you've got to let go of the past. I'm like, what are you talking about, the past? Are you talking about past bullshit with my mother? I don't speak with my mother because of anything in the past. I speak with her because of her behavior. I don't speak with my fucking mother, Carol, because of her behavior since 2015. It doesn't have anything to do with the past. It's got everything to do with 2015 to date. There's nothing in the past that is causing issues. It is now. It's 2015 to date, meaning 2015 to 2024. That's the gap we're talking about. Nothing before 2015. The same with Miriam Mihawski. The same with all this bullshit. We are talking about 2015 to now. We're not talking about anything before 2015. So don't keep making it out to be something it's not. We are talking about the damages caused to my assets and belongings to date, my savings and everything to date, because I was lied about. Now, those criminals who looked into my life and thought I was like-minded to them, arrest them. Because the perfect thing about this whole thing is those idiots thought I was like-minded to them and opened and showed themselves up so clearly. So arrest them, because I'm sitting back laughing my head off.